Recording. I record all our lectures. Everyone. Hi, I'm Tim Allen. For those at home or watching the um, recording, I do not look like Steve Minucci, although some people feel like I might. Um, this is FTVE 17, 18, 43. Does that sound right to everybody here? And does that sound right to everybody online? Online people, I'm going to tell you right now, you don't have to turn on your camera. I'll just mentally judge you harshly if you don't. And you don't have to speak. But I would love it if you speak up and ask questions if you have anything. Feel free to jump in at any point. We'll do our best to showcase everything here so that you get a similar experience. I will tell everyone who's watching this at home and on location, each day of the class, you can just put over there for right now. Thank you. This is Geronimo, everybody. Geronimo is, what's your title, Geronimo? Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
I'm a computer specialist.
Computer specialist Geronimo right here. He person will get us access to this TV studio if Grant or I are not here. Talk about Grant a lot. If you don't know who Grant is, Grant's the lead of the film and television department. Great person to know. We'll talk more about the courses coming up. But I just want to let you all know that you're always welcome. This is a hybrid flex class. You can also take it as asynchronous if you'd like. But what you are required to do well in this course is participate in some point. So if you come in person, that's your participation points. You're going to sit through the lecture, be here in person, help film the activities. If you're online on the Zoom, that is your participation as well, as long as you interact succinctly. So, Sela, how do you, yeah, I said it right?
It's Selah.
Selah.
Yes.
Okay, Selah. Thank you, Selah. You're on a big jumbo screen here. Everybody's looking now, so you're just seeing me. But look, there's everybody else here in class. Okay. Oh, I just finished. Oh, well, that worked. Okay, you saw some of them. I'll make them all come up and introduce themselves. Hopefully, I'm still recording. Yes. Okay, great. Basically, you need to participate in some point to get that. If you're asynchronous or if you're absent and you're not here and you want that credit, watch the lecture. I record and upload the 2 lectures each week. The way the class is formatted is we're going to be doing an in-studio lecture, and then we're going to be doing a editing bay lecture. Those of you who are in the editing class, the editing will be for Premiere. In studio, we'll focus on all of the video production, single camera production, news production content that we're going to make in this class. We'll talk more of it when we go over exactly what this class is. So basically, I want to tell you today's first day is we're going to go over the syllabus, go over the classes, talk about roles on set, and that's going to be it for now. And then we meet every Mondays and Wednesdays at 2:20 to basically, I think class goes till 4:20. But we have a lab as well. So I'll be here. Basically, lecture ends, you're free to get up and walk out. But really, the lecture ends, and that's your opportunity to be here and you take access to the TV studio, or I'll be on Zoom and you can ask me questions to help you refine the pieces that you should be working on. This is a project-based course. So not only are you responsible for participation, you're going to be responsible for 5 projects that you're going to have to do this semester. We'll go over them. They're all really doable and manageable. Ooh, lots of people on camera. Hello, welcome. This might be the most amount of people to turn on their camera. So everybody who's here, props to everybody. All right, already participation points. Okay, so I'm Tim Allen. I have taught here. This is my second full-time semester at Gavilan, but I've taught here for 8 years before that in the TV studio, TV and film. I have worked, I actually went here to Gav. Took the TV course that we're learning right now while at GAF. It was a lot of different types of cameras way back in the 1999 and 2000 when I was a student. And then went to San Diego State. At San Diego State, I worked on a feature-length documentary, majored in film with the emphasis on documentary. And then after that, I moved back up to Northern California and worked in some type of production my entire life. So I've done a whole bunch of stuff from feature films all the way down to corporate video, which is kind of, I work at Gap, but I also do content creation and social media for a unnamed garlic farm that if clever eagle-eyed viewers might be able to figure it out. Oops, on that side right there. Okay. That might be intent, but I do all the social media for Christopher Ranch, the garlic company in Gilroy, as well. But that being said, I have been around celebrities. I've been around sets. I have a ton of personal experience. No humble brag there, Geronimo. But Geronimo knows I hire students too. I have productions during summer, and if you're interested in production and getting work, there's opportunities. I think last semester alone, I hired something like 7 students out of class to come be production students or production assistants on something that I did. So there's always opportunities for those who are interested, because what's unique about the Gavlin film program is we are a practical based program. That means first semester, and this is spring, so it might be your second semester, but if this is your first semester, you have the opportunity to come and touch a camera. You have the opportunity to direct something. You just have to be bold enough to want to volunteer to do it. Grant and our philosophy is to raise you up as much as possible so that you're able to do it. But my goal is to allow you to do whatever you want to do here with the program. Filmmaking is an art, but it's also a science. There's computers, there's math, there's creativity. There's so many different roles. It takes a team. No one can really make their own film by themselves. That you can try, it would be a huge labor, and maybe it won't be as successful, but like one person can't do it all themselves. And that's why we need to work together. And I really recommend like getting to know your classmates and relying on them. And we're going to be put in situations where every single one of your projects can be worked in a group as well. So just think, oh, there's 5 projects I have to do, but hey, maybe I can edit on this one, or I can act in this one, and I can work as a group. And if we really wanted to, the whole class could come together and do just one project for the project. No one's ever taken me up on that, but we've had multiple opportunities. And I have students who, you were in production. Were you in this? You didn't take this one last semester, right? You were online, right, for this one? Okay, so Nico, did you take it last semester? Okay, yes. Okay, so some familiar faces in studio right now, and I will tell you right now, just I'm going to give everyone the opportunity to speak as well and introduce ourselves. So get ready to say one thing or tell us your favorite movie or something like that. But the students who have production experience, which I see many of you, know that it's kind of, look to them. They have been on campus and maybe they've been on set longer than you. We're a learning environment as well. So ask questions, but the students who have experience are going to be ones that, like, if you're afraid to ask, don't be afraid to ask me. I've made every mistake. I'm a great person to learn from. I've dropped the camera. I don't recommend doing that. But I'm a great person to ask because I have the experience. But if you don't feel comfortable, ask another student. Those of you who have taken production before know that it's a team learning environment. No one's going to get yelled at. No one's going to get mad-ish. I mean, there's definitely intense environments that we can be in because the set can be intense, but we're here to have fun, create art, and make cool stuff, and then get to watch it. Okay, I'm going to take you'll get to know that I like to talk. So, but while I like to talk, what I want to do is I'm going to turn this around. I'm going to have everyone tell us your name. Let us know if you've taken any production before. if you're an editor, what you've edited on, and what your favorite movie is, okay? All right, let's start over here. And I'm going,
Hello, my name is Nicholas. I have not taken any production before, but I have done some amateur editing by myself for like YouTube projects.
and what did you edit on?
I did a trailer for a high school production of Midsummer Night's Dream.
Cool.
Yeah.
But what software is my question? Did you use?
I've worked with Premiere. I've worked with Final Cut Pro.
Great. Awesome. Well, thank you, Nicholas.
I'm Bree. It's my first like production class. I took actors, TV acting, last semester.
Acting for the screen is the proper
That
name.
too,
Yeah.
And I was invited to do some production things, and I decided to add it as like a second major. So here I am, and that's pretty much it. I have not edited, notably, but
Great.
I do want to.
Great. And Bree is notable. We'll talk about the showcase. Bree will be seen at the showcase for sure. And is probably the best Rudos chick we have in the program, right?
Notably.
All right, Phil, you're up.
My name is Phil. This is my second semester at Gavilan. Last semester, I took the video editing production class, and I edited one small thing, and then I did some audio editing.
And Phil's going to direct this semester.
I am going to direct this semester. Yes.
Phil, you're on the slate, just so you know. We haven't had the production class yet, but
I know.
Grant, you are one of the only people who have turned in a
I
screenplay.
talked to Grant earlier. He
Yeah.
said he had like 2 scripts in one.
Yeah, Grant's not happy with people. So if you have scripts and you are in the Friday class, come on Thursday, and we will definitely have fun. Oh, I disconnected. Of course I
You
did.
guys have pictures this Thursday?
Thursday. All right, hold on. Let me reconnect. All right. Okay, we're back.
All right. My name is John. This is my second semester in the film program. I haven't edited before, but looking forward to it. I mean, I've done Photoshop in my photography class last semester, so I don't know if it's kind of similar to that. But favorite movie, Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Nice.
That's probably-
Which one? If you had to pick one of the three.
Probably Return of the King.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
I like Two Towers better, but that's just me. It's all good. It's all good. Second Shrek movie is the best of the Shrek trilogy. Yeah, well, we don't have to get into Shrek on the first day. We can talk about Shrek on Wednesday, okay?
All right. My name is Austin. This is my second semester as well. I was in the audio production class last semester, but only showed my face once. So this is my second public appearance. But yeah, I've edited for some years for audios actually on Premiere, and I really enjoy it. So I hope to edit movies here. I edited one of my short films that got into the fall showcase.
Fall showcase, yep. Yeah,
That was cool.
very cool.
Yeah, hope to do that one.
Yeah, favorite movie?
Spider-Man, Spider-Verse.
Spider-Verse, awesome. I saw it with an orchestra. It was pretty rad. Nico.
Hello.
Yeah, okay. Nico's favorite movie is gonna
Yeah,
be.
he's just going to get it right
It's gonna
away.
be a 1980s Italian horror film. I Married a Zombie
I'll
Princess.
get you for this.
Okay, no, go ahead, Nico.
Okay. Hello. My name is Nico or Nicholas Puglioni. I have been going to Gavilan for around a couple semesters now. I originally went back in 2019, took a break because of COVID, then came back in 2024, I believe. 2024, 2020, yes, around that time. And I've been coming consistently. And I've been amateurly editing since it was around 18, just doing stuff with iMovie. And then I moved on to DaVinci Pro, and I kind of just stuck with that because everyone here uses it. It's an awesome program, and I highly recommend you should too. But what I've edited has been just personal projects recently, so horror projects or projects for other people, but mainly just very smaller things. I intend to edit a lot more in this semester, and if you guys want me to edit something for you, just let me know and I'll start editing for you. Yeah. But other than that, my favorite movie of all time, my actual favorite movie of all time, I've said it many times, is 1978's Halloween by John Carpenter. Very great movie, means a lot to me personally. But yeah, that's about it.
Thank you, Nico.
Just staring at me. You can't see him behind the laptop, but he's just staring at me.
Soul piercing eyes.
Yeah. So obviously, my favorite movie is
Who are you?
Cannibalist. Sorry. Hi, my name is Masson Swan. I've been at Gavilan for around like 6 semesters now. I was gonna start with my favorite movie as a joke, but then he interrupted me. So now it's ruined. It's gone. I was gonna say something about the movie Chud, 1982, but now it's gone.
Oh,
It's all gone now. Anyway,
animalistic humans underground
this
dwellers.
is my 3rd semester in one of Tim Allen's many different. Yeah, he made a face because I said his name right. I've been in like, God, how many of your classes have I been in now?
3?
3? It's been 3 now.
I don't know.
I've been here for like 3 semesters.
Yeah.
But
4?
I helped work on a couple things that were going on in the fall showcase. I've made my own little production thing. I had a lot of fun with that. I try to be more of an actor around here, but I'm down to learn whatever. My real favorite movie is probably still Blade Runner, like the old Blade Runner. I still love that one a lot. I
Yeah,
think that
that's
was my
great.
favorite.
All right, that's the in-person people. We're gonna let the online people go now. Let's just make sure the audio was working, right? No volunteers. Let's just stare until someone speaks. Upper right? Oh, that's me. Okay. All right, Nathan, let's start with you.
Hi everyone. My name is Nathan
Wait, hold
McDonald.
on 1 second, Nathan. We got the audio messed up. Let me fix it for a really quick second. With these hybrid ones, we'll get used to this. Okay, Nathan, can you speak now? Can we hear you?
Yeah, how do I sound?
Okay, hold on. We still didn't fix it. John, was the audio on up there? It should be HDMI out, right? All right, Nathan, give me one more test.
Hey, can you hear me?
Still just coming out of here. Okay, hold on 1 second. It's got to be a Zoom thing, probably. Yeah, there we go. Try now, please.
Hey, can you all hear me?
Yay!
Yay. Okay. So, hi everyone. I'm Nathan McDonald. I'm a returning student to Gavilan. I've taken a few cinematography classes in the past, but this will be my first class that's dedicated to video editing. I graduated in 22, went to San Jose State for a few semesters, graduated there, and now I'm back here to do some additional classes. And in regards to favorite movies, it's kind of hard to pick one in all honesty, but one that I do like a lot is the fourth Star Trek movie, The Voyage Home. It's a it's something that is like that doesn't feel like Star Trek, but at the same time it fits right in with the Star Trek humor.
Is that the whales?
Yes, that is the whales.
Okay, yeah, okay. That so shot at the Monterey Bay Aquarium is
Yeah.
Notably about that one. So Spock's got to wear a bandana to hide his Vulcan ears. It's pretty good, and they don't know how to use a mouse in that one. That one's funny.
Yeah, it's pretty funny to see how
What did-
like go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, it's just pretty funny to see how like people from like was like the 22nd century like trying to fit in with like late 20th century culture.
Yeah. What was your major when you graduated San Jose State?
Design studies, graphic design.
Great. We have several students who have gone to San Jose State or graduated and are back to take production classes. So welcome, and this is going to be a fun one, I think. So, all right, Justin,
Thank you.
you're up.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
There we go. My name's Justin. I don't have any background in film production or stuff like that. I do have a couple friends that took your classes or make little films and stuff like that. So, yeah, so I'm here. My favorite film of all time would probably be Beautiful Boy, with the Timothy Chalamet and Steve Carell. I think it was funny watching Steve Carell do a really serious uh, role. It was really funny, but yeah.
That's good. I think Chalamet is going to win the Oscar. Hopefully, I haven't seen Marty Supreme yet, but I've seen
I
seven.
like
I've seen 7 of the 10, so I'm working my way through. I like watching movies. So, welcome. Who are your friends? You want to name check the friends that have taken the course?
Do you know Nick Apolinar?
Yeah.
Yeah, him.
Great. Excellent. Well, welcome. All right. I've already forgotten how to say it.
Selah.
I'm Selah.
Yes.
Great.
All right. Yeah. My name is Selah, and this is my first video production class. But I basically grew up around like filmography and everything. My dad's a director and producer, so I was always like the kid on set because he would bring me on set and I would help slate and just I grew up on set and it's just my most favorite thing in the world. Um, that's about the amount of experience that I had. In editing, I am familiar with Adobe Premiere Pro. That's the software my dad uses, so he taught me doing that, and so I use it to edit just random personal projects. And my favorite movie is really hard because there's a lot of them. Anything Marvel, but I would say Guardians of the Galaxy. I couldn't tell you which one because they're all just so good. Spider-Man No Way Home, and I think those are definitely up there.
Okay, I have to ask because you mentioned your dad's a director and a producer. What type of content? Feature film or
He does like a wide variety of things. He used to just do commercials. He did a lot of weddings. He would film a lot of weddings. That was his big thing. And he actually just, was it last year? He just was it co-produced?
He produced
this horror film called The Drive Back. It's actually on Amazon, I think, or Amazon Prime. And so, yeah, that was one of his bigger things that he did recently.
The dry back, or can you say
Drive
that again?
Back. It's basically this couple comes back from like a marriage retreat and they're basically on the road back, but they keep getting into this weird cycle and weird things keep happening. I haven't seen it because I'm not a big horror person myself, but I'm gonna watch it someday when I can handle that kind of stuff.
Well, we'll put Nico on it, who's the biggest horror person here, to check it out. But if you see me take notes, I listen to recommendations. Well, thank you for introducing yourself is that it? I see the awards in the background. Are those Telly Awards, if I remember the name? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Great. Oh, cool. You moved and we saw the camera too. That's awesome. So cool background. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for introducing everybody, and hopefully anyone at home, if you're watching this, please write a little bio in your description to get participation points if you're taking this asynchronous. And just a reminder, you don't have to be here, but if you want to be here, we're going to have many filming opportunities, as well as we talked about the production class on Thursdays and Fridays. We're going to film a new film every single week. So if you're in the program and you want to come to any of our other classes filming to see what the set is like, to come and be involved, everybody's welcome. You can come and be a part of any of our productions as long as you're part of our program or we know you, or even if we don't know you and you want to just come and be helpful. Well, it takes a team to make a feature or even a short film to make a film of any type. That being said, let's get into, I'm going to go over the syllabus and what you can expect. But first, let me talk about this. Okay, before we get into any of this, I'm going to offer extra credit opportunity day one right now. This Friday on campus at 5 p.m. in SS 214, so Social Studies 214. Well, you got a Friday. Friday night, cancel your plans and be here for extra credit. We, over the break, our program, we're always filming something. And over the break, we did the 72-hour film competition. Any participants here? I don't think anybody here participated, but oh, you were in it. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bree was in one. All right. Well, what we're going to do is on Friday here on campus, we're going to watch all of 13 of the films that were submitted. And what's awesome about our 72-hour film competition is the filmmakers show up on a Friday night. We tell them a name of a character, a prop, and a line of dialogue, which are all up on you can't see it, but it's on the screen behind me right now. The reflection's too bad. But it was, the name was Diana. The prop was a C-47, which someone could tell knows that is actually a clamp or a clothespin. It's usually right up there, right? Phil. Oh, geez. Okay, here, hook me up. Thank you, John. I knew I was gonna told you I'm not the football. Okay, C-47. This is your first knowledge. If you're on a film set, someone tells you get a C-47. This is a clothespin. It's useful for a lot of things. And then finally, the line of dialogue was an ode to Rob Reiner. It was "I'll have what she's having." So every single one of the films are going to have those elements in it to be judged. And what's notable is first place is winning $1,500. Second place is winning what was it? 500, 300 for third, and then best use of all three elements gets an additional $200. So, and all of the winners get to have dinner with Grant and I if they want to. They don't have to.
Oh, I thought that was
They don't have to. Geronimo, you're not invited. That being said, Friday, 5 p.m. if you come, you'll get yourself 50 points of extra credit in this course. So that's half a project. Worth coming and checking out. So I will tell you, won't be the last opportunity to film something, but or come to something live. So I will mention it a lot, and there will be other opportunities, but this is going to be fun. There'll be popcorn and drinks, and the movies are really good. Like, as a judge, really hard to judge this time. So they came out really well, and we should have fun. And someone's going home with big cash for sure. Okay, let's go in it. I'm gonna share my screen. So let me do that. Let's do this. And then I'm gonna jump into here, and we're gonna jump into our syllabus right there. Okay, hey, look, it's me. All right, so this is cross-listed single camera production, video editing, and I have it wrong right here, so I'm gonna update this right now. Workshop, there we go, there, see, live update of the syllabus. What I'm gonna tell you right now, what's important about the syllabus and what you should know is the syllabus is the contract between me and you, the student. So anything that I say in the syllabus, this is what you're expected. And if I add something, you can say, you didn't say this originally in the syllabus. So if I say, oh, I added a super special secret project that you didn't know about, now I expect that to be your grade. Well, I can do that, but it can't, your grades are going to be judged off of what I establish here in the syllabus right now. But what also, on the other hand, just know that I can take away stuff, and you can say, Tim, you said we needed 5 projects, and I say, well, I'm only going to give you 4 projects, and you say, great, Tim, I only want to do 4 projects, I want to do 5 projects. Or you can say, Tim, you told me I did 5 projects, I'm going to do 5 projects, then I'll award you extra points or whatever. It's a contract. It's only going to benefit you more than anything. And what I would always suggest is printing your syllabus so you have a physical copy. It's like a contract to have. When I'm a student, and I still take a lot of classes every semester myself, I always keep a physical copy of the syllabus just in case, because you just saw I edited my syllabus right on the fly. It's always online. I'm not going to edit it. I'm only going to fix like errors that I see, and I made a mistake by saying film and television instead of TV workshop. You found a minor thing already?
Yeah, on the introduction, when you say check in with yourself, you have the date as August 29th.
Great. We'll update that. That was a mistake. I am a flawed human being, so, but I do my best. And I appreciate letting me know that, Phil. Okay, so notably, what I want all of you to know, my name, again, I'll say it again, Tim Allin, like poker, all in. And this is my cell phone number, my personal cell phone number. You have my number, no crank calls. But I'm not going to answer if I don't recognize the number. Probably won't answer if I even recognize the number. So be a common, decent person. Just text me. No, I do answer my phone, especially if I know you. But odds are, hey, I have a lot of students. I give my cell phones out to all the students. You need to tell me, hey, this is Phil. You wrote the wrong thing on your thing. Okay, thanks, Phil. I'll fix it. Or what's even better, tell me your name and what class you're in. I have a lot of students and I have some students who are in multiple classes. It helps me just know, especially if you have a name that's not very unique. Like I might have a lot of Johns or Nikos in all of my courses. All right, should turn that off. This is a phone call that I'm getting right now, which is already happened. All right. This is actually my favorite song, by the way. Let's just turn that off and we'll... Okay, I canceled it. Okay, shouldn't get one of those again. All right. My email, tallin@gavlin.edu. That's a great way to hit me. I get on my phone. I will answer your emails within 24 hours. If it's the weekend, maybe 48 hours, but usually earlier rather than often. If it's an emergency, I'd say text. Text is going to be your fastest way of getting a hold of me. But email works great. Or over here in my Canvas inbox right here, you can get all the information. You can see I have students already telling me they're active in my courses. Okay, required equipment. I don't require any books. Everything is going to come from video lectures, physical lectures, and touching equipment. We're going to do projects. What I do recommend is a hard drive so that you can store your footage. If you are in the editing class, I don't expect you to have your own footage, but I will provide footage that you can download and use if you want. Basically, this class is open. I want you to be able to create stuff and then edit stuff. We will be filming events on campus. We are GAV-TV News, which we'll talk about in just a bit. And then I might give you footage to say, hey, edit this piece for me. So if you have an external hard drive, I recommend bringing it to class every day. I might give you stuff, but it's a great place to save it, especially if you're a video editor and you don't have your own computer, you don't have your own software. We have computers that will be up next week.
Should be, yeah, sometime next week.
Computers will be up next week and we'll have either Adobe Premiere or...
They'll have the whole Adobe suite, which is Premiere, Photoshop, Encoder, all those. And they'll have the Apple equivalent suite, which is Final Cut, Motion, and then I think they got their own version of like Encoder and all those other softwares. And then there's going to be one machine that's going to be for color correction that's going to have all those plus DaVinci Resolve Pro, the nice one.
Yeah. So we definitely have the opportunities. I am a Premiere editor. I will be teaching the basics of Premiere, but all the basics, it's like apples and oranges. You can definitely learn and practice your craft.
Bananas.
If you like bananas, it's like bananas as well. You can also use whatever editing software you might have at home. So I've had Sony Vegas users. That was you, Maston, right? Sony Vegas. And then DaVinci Resolve is really popular because it's free. But yeah, Premiere is what I teach. So if you want to learn along with Premiere, I recommend subscribing and getting Premiere. Treat that as your fee for a book. So your book fee would be a subscription. The student discount would be $25. So it's really $75 for the semester. But that being said, that's if you want it at by yourself. If you're here on campus or can come to the lab, you're welcome to use our equipment here. Otherwise, you can download DaVinci for free, or you can use whatever free editing software you might want. When we get into our video editing lectures, we'll talk more about the pros and cons between everything. I'm a Premiere editor because I've been editing Premiere for the last 12, 15 years, 88 to 40 hours a week. But you give me an editing software, I can figure it out and do it. Whatever gets the job done, and there's always new tools and new things to learn. The editing software I learned on was Final Cut. I edited on Final Cut 1. They're now in Final Cut X, which is kind of less of a more prosumer tool than a professional tool in my opinion, but some people like that. And DaVinci Resolve is really cool. There's pros and cons for everything, so we'll talk about that. So we talked about required software. Yeah, you definitely need access to a computer with editing software if you're in the editing class. If you're in 17 or 18, you're going to be more focused on the production side elements, but we will be working with the editors to edit our pieces. You may need to edit your stuff to turn it in, or work with someone. Maybe you don't want to learn editing, but there are people, look around, we all met each other. There's some people who are going to be editors and we're going to ask them to edit our stuff. So just know, editors, you are not responsible for shooting anything. The other people in the other classes are responsible for that, and we'll put that all together. Okay. We'll be meeting Mondays and Wednesdays in person at the TV studio, which is right here, LI 140, or via Zoom from 2:20 to 3:30, 4 o'clock, whenever I get done talking. But also know that I have stated the course listing of the lectures. So this is college. If you don't want to listen to me, you can leave at any time, but your participation is showing up. Oh, there goes Geronimo. Your participation is showing up and watching the lectures, and I'll be giving the content and lessons in the lectures that you will use to determine the discussions, and we'll talk about more about that coming up. As always, I'm going to pause for a second to just take a breath and say any questions or comments. I'm happy to field anything at any point. Feel free to, if you've taken my class before, you know I like being interrupted, and feel free to jump in. My favorite movie of all time is Back to the Future. It's the movie I could watch. I always think, like, what's the movie you could watch 100 times in a row, or if you're stranded on a desert island, only watch one movie. The first one. Romeo and Juliet? Wow. Romeo and Juliet, huh?
That's like the seventh movie I put on my letterbox.
No.
It's so funny.
Elton
Dude,
John.
they got him on the like produce that was great.
No, it was like it's like Mamma Mia with ABBA, but Romeo and Juliet with Elton John. It's so serious. It's the same shit.
Yeah, and it's also like Romeo and Juliet, but with gnomes. Too bad Sherlock Gnomes wasn't very good. No, I don't think so. You like no Sherlock Gnomes? All right. I'm acting like I'm too cool, but I know a lot about Sherlock Gnomes. I have 3 little kids, but that doesn't mean anything because I love animation and I love animated stuff, and I've seen a lot. And I don't have to flex on you all right now and show you, but I will say I'm a big Letterboxd user, and if you're on Letterboxd, you should all be on Letterboxd, by the way. As film appreciators, and just log what movies you see. I like seeing the trends and getting to know, but you can be my friend. We'll talk about my Letterboxd in a bit. Probably not today. It's not on the syllabus. Okay, those are all the important times. The Zoom link's going to be here. Once we're done recording, I'll upload the lectures usually within a day. So expect it on the modules. If you're an asynchronous person, you'll be watching and able to watch it afterwards. Or if you were here in the lectures and you like it so much and you need something to fall asleep to, feel free to listen to it again. It's on YouTube. Give me like and subscribe below. Hit the bell. Yeah, I'll do like Lo-Fi Shrek All-Star. Lo-Fi All-Star by Shrek. Oh, I said we're not talking about Shrek in this one.
That's your thing, though.
Not yet. They don't need, the new people don't need to know yet. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly. All right, course objectives. So single camera. See, I really did put TV and film. That's weird. Okay, let me look. If you screenshotted it, I'm gonna just fix these mistakes right now. Okay, TV workshop. All right, love it. Maybe it is TV and film. Maybe I'm changing it back to what it used to be. Oh, it might be adjusted. Okay, this course continues the education in theory, terminology, and operation of video production, including story creation, image composition, camera operation, portable lighting, and audio operation. Portable lighting and audio operation, and basic editing. This course focuses on the aesthetics and fundamentals of video story production, including script writing, producing, directing, acting, post-production, and distribution. This is an introductory course on the post-production of filmmaking with the emphasis on non-linear editing. Students will learn industry standard software such as Premiere, After Effects, Final Cut Pro X, Pro Tools, and others, DaVinci. Students will learn to manipulate digital video for a variety of projects. Students will also learn to edit and mix audio and practice Foley and ADR for numerous projects. There will also be an emphasis on conceptual and stylistic issues relating to non-linear editing. So that was the description. Again, sorry. I totally went through and looked at it, and I wonder if I reverted it incorrectly. But I just want to do a quick course change. Give me a second. We're in editing class, so I'm editing right now. Right? All right, so let's just say editing. Okay. All right, update the syllabus. Okay, so those are like basically the description. It's a cross-listed course, so it's 3 courses in one. The benefit is you can take it again, like Maston. It allows you to become an expert in different elements and realize, hey, I focused on this semester. Now I want to focus on that in the next semester. You were in editing last time. Which one are you in? Are you, huh?
I was in audio video. Audio editing, video editing. I was in television.
Great. But this class you were in editing, right? And this semester, last semester you're in 43. Okay, I'm getting into the weeds here. Okay, course outcomes. These are the learning outcomes. All your classes should have these. 17, you're to identify and use specific television, studio, and control room terms, equipment, and processes. 2, use and explain standard script formats and rundowns for television studio productions. And 3, manage and employ a video production crew in a studio or control room. Number 18, that's FTVE 18, is demonstrate technical or aesthetic skills and knowledge of video production and techniques, identify and effectively operate video, audio, and lighting equipment, demonstrate aesthetic understanding of and technical ability to edit footage in a cohesive story, and 4, develop a story from concept to final production through script writing, filming, acting, editing, and final distribution. And then for 43, which is editing, use nonlinear editing software to create video projects in multiple platforms, explain techniques editor use to tell stories, and employ color correction, motion graphics, special effects, audio mixes, and a variety of software. All of these learning outcomes are judged by your projects, by your discussions, but through your participation in class. We are going to cover a lot. That's why this class is kind of in class for all levels of people, because we're going to go start to finish. We are going to dip our toes in so many different elements. Making a movie, making a TV show, making content takes a lot of skills to know, and we're going to spend time on lighting, audio, video, creation, distribution, how to make money, how to all of the most important elements that we're here to learn about. And then hopefully you can learn from here and move on to some of the more production classes. But in this class, I will tell you, I've taught this class for 5-6 years. I've had students make something in this class, post it on YouTube, and it has 3 million views. You know, that's no Mr. Beast, but definitely way better than some people. So we've had things that have gone viral. We've had things that get into the showcase. And while we mentioned that, the fall showcase is coming up. Master, you go get me the Gabby Award that's up there, please. So our Gabby Awards will be happening April 25th. So mark that on your calendar. Hopefully you can all come. It's a Saturday. We will be having our fall showcase where we will be showing about 2 hours worth of student works, and we give out our Gabby Awards, which is a physical award right here. This one's for best screenplay, if you can see it, best screenplay for Martin Silent. It was a misprint, so there we go. But these are coveted. Students' work, it's a 1 calendar year, so all of the films that were filmed last semester and this semester will be eligible for Gabby Awards. If you have something just to get into the showcase, is an honor. Not everything gets into the showcase. We show 2 hours worth of work, and we have very high quality elements that should be in it. Any questions or comments about the showcase? We have a party afterwards. Everybody's invited. Please come. You get extra credit. You get extra credit if you bring people. It's going to be a really fun time. April 25th. Definitely put that on your calendar. That's the notable one. Yeah. You should put it in now, Nico. You need to be there. It should be fun. We're going to see a lot of fun stuff, and definitely Bree, you've got, oh, also what's really fun is the Friday at the film festival this Friday, we'll be announcing the winner of the 72-hour film competition. They will be the first Gabby Award winner. So there's we have a panel of judges. It's a secret judging of who wins the awards. There's only one award that's known, and that's the person who wins the 72-hour gets a Gabby. So we won't be awarding the Gabby, but we'll know who's going to win the first award. And the winner's film on Friday gets shown in the showcase as well. All right, this is a cross-listed hybrid course that focuses on the beginning of video production editing. We're responsible for GAV TV News, which we meet every Monday and Wednesday here in the TV campus. And I recommend attending in person. But GAV TV News, I'll talk about this a lot. Our GAV TV News is our news journalism program for the course. Let's, why don't we watch the latest GAV TV News? Who knows where you can find GAV TV News? It is on YouTube. But if you go to gavlin.edu and everybody clicks I Learn and never looks at the website, right? But if you go and scroll down just a little bit, hey, look, it's GAV TV News right here. Great, let's click on it.
What's up, GAV TV? What's up, GAV TV?
Let's watch. Okay, this is the real test. The Zoomers. Since I'm the boomer, you're the Zoomer. Zoom people, can you hear the audio from the video?
What's up, GAV TV Nation? I'm Elle, and today we're going to be taking a look at how we make GAV TV News and how it can be beneficial to you as a student or faculty member promoting an event. Let's take a look. Who am I here with today?
Hey, I'm Tim. I'm the instructor for this class, which produces GAV TV News. Our class is FTVE 17, 18, and 43. That's television workshop, single camera production, and video editing.
I've been actively participating in the class where we've had a lot of students filming their projects. We've had a lot of projects just participating in making our own, like learning the shots and stuff like that and different techniques. And I've been glad to be able to put it into practice myself.
I did not have much of any camera experience before doing this, besides filming on my phone, but in terms of actual professional camera, I've learned so much of the basics. I feel comfortable using one somewhat, at least. Like I'm not an expert by any means, but I know like how to actually operate one now, and I can tell from my work that my shots have really improved. Also, publics or just speaking in general, I've always been kind of bad on camera, so like doing the interviews has helped me a lot with that too.
And what is the most useful thing that you've learned about Gavilan College through watching GavTV News?
Honestly, the turnaround. I think that GavTV has been very good about either having something ready every week or every other week, and that's been very impressive as a student who is getting into editing and producing.
And when you reached out to get your event promoted by GavTV News, what was that process like?
Oh, it was so simple. Like, I talked with Tim. He showed up immediately. You guys are so easy to work with, and I really feel honored. So it was really simple. I sent an email, reached out, you guys showed up, and did phenomenal work. It's simple. It's really simple.
Do you need filmmaking experience to participate in making GavTV News?
Absolutely not. It's the best part is you can be the first day and immediately touch the camera, and that's the best thing about Tim and Grant's program is that not a lot of places will let you immediately touch the camera and get hands-on experience, but that's what's great about this one is that first day you can start getting all your experience.
And how much participation do you put into GavTV News versus the students?
Oh, well, of course, it's a learning environment. The students are always learning. And so I'm there to guide. I have a huge background in photojournalism, video journalism, and content creation, especially on the corporate level. I've worked in live news, and I've been making news packages like GavTV News for the last 25 years, depends how old I am. But yeah, the last 25 years of my life, so I'm making things like this, so it's great. I'm there to oversee, but I really appreciate that the students are able to learn, to pick up the cameras, to not only come with ideas for what events to cover, but they'll film it, they'll produce it, and they'll edit it. And the pieces that we see, I will give my feedback and help them to make it as good as possible. But really, it's all, GavTV News is all student produced and created.
So what we're doing is we're trying to present stuff to the entire Gavilan College community, because a lot of the times like all these events happen at school and a lot of people don't even know, so it's really cool to be able to showcase it and try to help gain outreach for them for future recurring appearances.
I think that GavTV News provides the opportunity to actually see things in action. Like, you get to hear about things secondhand, but when you get the opportunity to really see it, it's something different, you know? I've been running around campus sharing the Gavilan Thrift with everybody I know personally, and I'm so excited about it. Like, I run up and I tell them, like check this video out. It's done by here at Gavilan, and they watch it and they're like, oh my god, that was so amazing, dude. Like, you really did something here. And so, like, for other people to be able to capture the experiences that they're having on campus is really empowering. So I think that having the opportunity to work with GavTV News is a really empowering experience.
All right, we'll stop the share for right there. Okay, so yeah, so that's GavTV News, or at least that's our latest package that was posted last week. It's on our YouTube channel. I recommend all of you liking, or not liking, at least subscribing so you're aware. We put out one video a week, and that's going to be one of the main things that we do in this course is film and produce. So there's lots of opportunities. One of your assignments will be to participate in a GavTV News in some element. And if you produce more than one GavTV News, you can use your second GavTV News to eliminate one of your other projects. Yes, Geronimo. No. That's in Hollister. Are you filming it, Geronimo? Why don't you have someone film it? We'll edit the package. But no, what I'm going to tell you right now is GavTV News is not just filmed, edited, and made here. It's produced by us, the class, as well. So next class on Wednesday, I want you all to come with an idea for a GavTV News, and we're going to build the schedule next on Wednesday this week, and that we'll figure out what we're shooting and when. And that's why we're not filming the time capsule, because it's happening on Wednesday, right before our class. Otherwise, I thought about it though, Geronimo. there's a time capsule they're putting at the Hollister campus. So for the future, that's what time capsules are for. Yeah. Can we put your wallet in it, Drama? Okay. Okay. Any questions about GAF TV News? We'll talk more about it. Shrek DVD. Okay, great. Okay, let me share my screen one more time and go back to YouTube. You want to watch SNL? You like SNL? Where did it go? All right. Did I lose it? I clicked off of my syllabus, maybe? Guess not. Or is it a tab here that I can't see? Oh, here it is. Because the floating thing always messes me up. I always miss the tab. Okay. Okay, about me, I love movies. I think I talked enough about me. Okay, but feel free to read my little written bio if you want. Communication, again, I told you my email, my cell, how to get related to me, how to check things out, inbox. I also do want to say, if I say your name wrong, or if you go by a different name, please let me know. I want to respect your pronouns. I want to respect you. I want to be as inclusive as possible. However, if I say something that you feel like is offensive, please come and talk to me, because my intent is not to offend or be mean, or I have a jokey personality, so I will joke, especially with Bree. My adjectives? My pronouns are he, him, but my adjective is happy or playful. Sometimes I'm sad. But I am he, him, Tim. So and let me know if I misgender you, please. I don't intend to do that. So we're open to everyone, and basically what I would just ask is treat others in class like you want to be treated. Again, we're a team. We're going to be working to produce these news pieces, and we're going to have to count on each other. One person can't do it all. There you go. Okay, what you can expect from me, I'm an active participant. I'll communicate with you at least 3 times per week. That means if you are in person, you still need to log into the Canvas and look at the shell. There will be announcements. You don't have to do the discussions if you are in person. But if you are online, you need to do the discussion, if that makes sense. Asynchronous people, that's what it's for. And if you want to do the discussions, great. You just get to communicate with your teammates, but you get the participation points by doing the discussions if you're an online only student. We'll talk about the Discord in a bit, but that's not discussions are different from the Discord. In fact, Phil brought it up. We might as well mention it right now. Now I have to find it. See, I told you I like getting distracted. All right, we have a class-wide Discord, or it's a film department Discord. Okay, welcome. Is it right here? Usually, okay, here you go. Okay, if you want to join our Discord right now, why should you join the Discord? There's a lot of cool people in there. I have a Shrek corner where I post Shrek memes. We're not talking about Shrek though. The Discord is good for you to connect. What's great is it's a good way to communicate without having to have everybody in your phone. It's film department. If class gets changed or shooting locations change, shooting time and shooting schedules is a great way to know about this. I recommend join the Discord. It's fun. Be kind. I'm a moderator, but Grant and I are in there somewhat. I like to talk about movies in there. So lots of different elements. There's gaming. There's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. Behind the scenes, go up there. We'll have a GAV TV section here too. We should add where we can post. Oh, someone just wrote something. All right, there you go. Okay. We had the Discord. Okay. I will help you tech-wise also. What I expect of you, you need to read all the course announcements. You're responsible for the operation of your computer off campus or on campus. Malfunctioning computer is not a good excuse, but it's a great excuse because I have computer issues all the time. I understand that. And in fact, Bree taught me an excellent way to cheat, which it's not cheat, a good excuse. Get this, Bree tells me, like, it's a great way to get more time on a paper. Like, you have a deadline, attach the wrong paper. Like
an actual paper though, like from another class.
Yeah.
And then they don't look at your shit until like a week after when they finally decide to grade it. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you sent me the wrong paper. And then you get like I did? That's my bad. Let me send you the right one.
Okay, well, don't do that to me, but because honestly, I'm not going to ask you to turn in papers unless you're in my screenwriting course. I'm really going to ask you to turn in projects, and our projects have deadlines, but I am also a human being who is a flawed human being who has empathy, but also I know that things come up and life happens. And if life happens, please reach out and say, hey, Tim, I'm going to miss this class, or I can't be at the shoot. Big time. The one thing that like I might get a little peeved is if you tell me you're going to be at a shoot and then you don't show up, and you don't at least tell me, even if it's like 5 minutes before, hey, Tim, I'm not going to be there. Great, we'll make it work. My job is problem solving, and there sometimes staffing comes through. Just know that, like, if we say we're going to be somewhere, I hope you're there. But if you're not, let me know. I just need to know. You must follow the assignment instructions, and you're expected to do academic honesty and integrity, even though we just talked about cheating. But that's a way to bend the rules. I'll tell you right now, my wife is a strict rule follower. Like, she would hate that. She would give you a 0 probably, even if you turned in the wrong thing. But me, I'm a rule bender. And if you can figure out a hack, I might respect that. So the one thing that I don't like is plagiarism. And I don't really like AI. We'll talk about how AI is acceptable, but don't have AI make your project completely. AI is a tool. And if you just turn in something that AI created, trust me, I've seen a lot of stuff and I've had AI turn it in. I'm not saying don't use AI. In fact, when we edit in Premiere, there's some AI integrated into Premiere now. It's just that I think what we're creating is art, and we should be unique. We should know that AI is a tool and it's going to be around no matter what, and we're going to have to fight against being lazy from it, but we're going to learn how to do it with or without AI. Okay. And I'll let you know. Basically, I think my stance and Grant's stance is like, you can use AI if it's good, like, but getting something good video out of AI takes a lot of time as well, and a lot of resources. So that's kind of the yucky part of it, is like, okay, well, I made a cool PSA video, but now the rainforest is depleted or whatever. But but the video got made great, and it got turned in on time. Okay, the syllabus has a lot of information, just so you'll know it. Zoom link, join us. Hey, come on in. All right, I got another person joining us, Liliana. Welcome. Old student Liliana, we already introduced everybody. So you want to come and just wave on camera to the people here? Everybody else already did it. You're an actor. Come on, you can do it. Come up here. Who are you? What's your favorite movie? Who are you?
I'm Liliana.
Okay.
I have a few favorite movies. I like Train Spotting, SLC Punk, All of Us Strangers, like that kind of thing.
Ooh, okay, good. All right, welcome.
All right.
All right. Liliana was in acting last semester. Should have something in the showcase, I think. Hey, Friday, at 5 p.m. in SS 214. If you're available, we're going to be having a film festival. Yeah, for about 2 hours. Okay, sorry. I'm distractible. Don't blame me. My mom drank too much Coke while she was pregnant with my brother. Okay. All right, due dates, late work policy. Basically, let me know if you're going to be late or ask me. Again, I told you I'm understanding. You can read exactly my terms here, but I get how it works, and I've had computers crash. Back in my day when I was a student here, we edited our piece. We edited all in After Effects because we turned it black and white to make it a silent film, and we made a whole piece backwards. We finished the film within 12 hours of the due date and hit render, and it's at 72 hours. And we went and asked the teacher, I'm sorry, it's not going to be here till next class. And the teacher's like, okay, well, if it's not good, you'll lose points. And I was like, okay, well, sorry, I had computer issues. But so I say that because I understand computer issues, late due dates. Okay. That's the late work policy. Usually, I'll tell you right now, I usually don't deduct points for late work, but I have to say I do so that you turn it in on time. But please consider due dates are there for your success. Why? Because I don't want someone turning in all 5 projects at the end of the semester and going nuts because they have to stay up all night to make all 5 projects in a day. And you'll see that like GavTV is something that we can't do all last minute anyway. Your grade is based off of 1,000 points, 5 projects, each are worth 100 points. So that's 500 points. Then another 200 for your GavTV. So there's technically a GavTV and 5 projects. So that's technically 6 videos. And then you have 200 points for your final. Do I have too many points? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I did 11. That's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, okay. I will adjust this. All right, participation is going to, all right, we're going to fix this. Math. How did I math that? Okay, well, guess what? GavTV is going to be its own 100 points as well. All right. There, I fixed it. So that's 1,000 points. So basically, you can figure out A's, B's, C's, D's all right here. Basically, to pass the course, you need a C or above. And just know that if you're on Canvas looking at your grade, it will tell you the percent of graded work. So you could have 100%, but be missing, you know, if I don't enter zeros in, then it counts it as, doesn't count it as part of your grade. So if I add all the zeros at the end, you could have like a D and not even know it. But again, I'm offering lots of extra credit opportunities. Project 1 is a framing exercise. Project 2 is a dialogueless film. Project 3 is audio project or a podcast. Project 4 is a chroma key project. And project 5 is a final project. Final project could be anything you want. Also, I will tell you right now, if you're in any of my other courses, or if you're in Grant's courses or any of the production course, we believe in double dipping. Making a film is a lot of work. If you work on another film, you could absolutely turn that in as your final project. You'll see that the framing exercise, the dialogue lists, chroma key and audio projects all have specifics to it. But if you have something that you made this semester, I don't want you turning in things from last semester. This semester, yeah, double dip, go crazy, use it again. You will see that the schedule and due dates are on the summary, and we'll also look at the schedule when we scroll down. You can see the no pass things. Any questions so far? Okay. If you come in person, you don't have, your participation will be here. If you make the Zooms and participate, you can you get credit. I'm going to write down everybody who was here, and you'll get 20 points for the day. And you have to do that for each time we meet, or 10 for today, 10 for Wednesday, and that's how you earn 200 points for participation. If you are asynchronous, you need to go and read the discussions, and also watch the lecture, write about some prompts that I'm going to talk about in the lectures, or I have written prompts. But if you're here during the lecture, don't worry about it. Make sense? That makes sense, right? Okay. Sometimes I say things wrong. I'm dyslexic. I'll mention that a bit. It is an excuse, though. It might not be a good excuse. Okay. Drop policy. This is important. If you missed 2 or more days, I'm technically supposed to drop you. Again, I understand. That's why I want you to let me know, hey, I can't be in class today. That means like, oh, okay, this person just isn't going to drop on me. We will lose a lot of students. And if you don't check in and you don't participate within the first week, I'm supposed to drop you. So everybody here, you've already passed it, past the area where I'm not going to drop you at least this week. But just know that if you do drop the course and you don't drop it yourself, it's my responsibility to do it. But if I miss it for some reason, then it'll go as a non-drop. So you really should take advantage if you want to drop any of your courses and take more of mine. Drop them now and get into my classes. No, just kidding. But what I'm trying to say is, it'll be on your record as an F if you don't drop within the non-drop period. And I'll put out an announcement when it's like, hey, last chance. All right, tips for success. I'll have you look at. Basically, it's like how to use iLearn and Canvas. If you don't want, it's self-paced, but watch the lectures. There's going to be 2 hours worth of lectures twice a week. I'm going to be yakking at you a bunch, and then basically it's going to be practical. If for any reason, if we're like doing an editing lecture and you're like, I don't really want to sit in this editing lecture, I'm in the production class, you can take advantage and use that lab time to be filming something. Same with the editors, but I think you'll see that like I split it up. Basically, Mondays are going to be in studio production, Wednesdays are going to be editing lessons, and we'll do some split up and stuff and filming. So once we get through the first week, you'll see the flow and understand. Support for you. Here's a bunch of different opportunities. There's a lot more support than this. The Writing Center, in fact, probably after I'm done talking and we end the Zoom, I'll walk you all over the Writing Center so you know. For those, how many people know about the Writing Center already? Great. Awesome free resource online to tutors, quiet rooms. It's an excellent space. In fact, guess what? Our next Gap TV is about that. So we know a lot. We filmed there a couple times. It's a great opportunity to be there. Lots of different support services, honesty, policy. These are all things they make me put in my thing to make sure, but I expect you to turn in your work. I'm not looking for AI work, but you can use AI as a tool. All right, and then our course summary tells us all of our due dates, which, why are those? Okay, I see a couple of, all right, let's look at the modules. Those shouldn't be there. All right, so what's good about the modules too is you can see our due dates. So week 1, we have our discussion due, but week 2, we'll notice there, but week 3, framing exercise, project number 1 is due in 3 weeks from Wednesday. Okay, project number 1 is the easiest thing you'll ever do. We'll talk about it on Wednesday. It's a framing exercise. We're going to learn the concepts of framing and how you frame a shot, and then we're going to talk about editing it. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, every single one of your projects, I will describe the bare minimum to get full credit, but there's no bare maximum. Is that a thing? You can do as much or as little as you want on any of these projects. So I've had someone turn in a framing exercise, which is basically show me that you understand what a close-up is, what a medium close-up is, what a long shot or a wide shot is, what an establishing shot is, what cross-cutting is, and what extreme close-up is. Here's an extreme close-up. What that means, You could just edit those together and boom, 100%. You showcase that you know how to properly compose shots. Or you could be like, oh, I got 3 weeks. I'm going to make a whole little movie and turn it in. I've had students do that. So I'm not mad. I'll be like, hey, you did all the shots. But I might say like, where was the medium shot in this? And they'll be like, oh, but I made a whole movie. And it's like, well, the point is to make all those shots to get those credits. And also I will tell you that we will be watching a lot of content in here. So we'll not only be watching work that we're on, we'll watch some work. Usually at the beginning of class, we'll watch a lot of work, a lot of video, short films that are meant to inspire us. We're going to kind of focus on short things because we produce shorts or scenes here at Gavin. We're actually working on a feature film right now, though, too. Right. So you can see if you go through the modules, you'll be able to see all the due dates. And I don't understand why there's some weird ones on here, but these are due in 2021. So you're all late already on these ones. No, I'll figure out why they're here and get rid of them. They should not be there because they're all on here. But you can see the due dates. The audio project's due on April 1st. Haha, that's a joke. No, it's not a joke. I'm not kidding. It's April Fool's. Get it? All right, dialogue list free is March 11th. That's your project number 2. Project number 3. Project number 4 is chroma key. And your final project is going to be due on May 21st. So I'm assigning your final project right now. You know what your final project is? Your final project is anything that you want to do that just encapsulates all of the skills that you've learned in this semester. So if you want to do another Gap TV and that be your final project, great. If you want to do Phil, if you're directing a movie and you want to turn that in as your final in a different class, great, I'll accept that. If you are like, I had so much fun making the dialogue list piece, I want to do it. What I won't let you do is turn in one project for all 5, okay? So you can double dip in different classes, but you can't double dip for different assignments. So I expect you to turn in 5 assignments and participate some way in GAF TV. Tim, what does participating in GAF TV mean? You could be the reporter, you could be the editor, you could be the camera person, you could be the producer. It's going to take a lot of different roles. So there's going to be opportunities for us to be part of it. We saw just in the promo piece that Maston was, how many times did you do reporting? Yep.
One for the demonstration, one for Filipino Heritage Month Day, portion of those day trips.
Volleyball. Yep. I think that was it too. Yeah. So yeah, that was your favorite Filipino Heritage Month? Well, they were celebrating the month though, but yeah.
I was kind of hoping to see basically up there. So I feel like basically it was
No problem. All right. Oh, that's not the one I want. Let's see.
So what was the one that I did the dub over for
Before lunch, yeah, you did an ADR, which is automatic dialogue replacement, which we'll talk more about film terms. And if you're an online student, you'll see that there's a doc with film terms. Basically, I've been talking for a fair amount of the length of the class so far. But we're going to talk about one more thing and then we'll call it wraps for today, answer any other questions or comments. I just want to talk about the jobs on the film set. Now, this is television production, but film production, basically content creation where we're at. TV shows and movies are very similar in creating stuff. Nowadays, it used to be a bigger divide because film was filmed on actual film. I just said film 3 times. And TV was filmed on video, which was a different medium. It wasn't film stock. And the way that it was broadcast separated it. So now everything is digital. So it's kind of more unified. And we all kind of do in similar FPS or frames per second. We'll talk more about the similarities coming up in future classes, but I did want to talk about the jobs on the film set. And this is important because these are all this is just going to showcase that it takes a whole village and a team to make something. And I think it's just a good way to do this. So I shared my screen already, but and those of you might have read it ahead. Who wants to share jobs on the film set that they know about? Anybody? Huh? What job? You can't tell a single job on the set?
I got
Production assistant. Okay. And so we got a production assistant. What is the production assistant? Well, you can see it right here down here if you look at it. Yeah. Phil's like, what, Phil, what's a production assistant? You don't have to read the description. Just tell me what you think it is. I can't read it from here. I'm looking at it. Well, the people on Zoom can't see it either, but.
I don't want to like a gopher, but they like.
Go for a DoorDasher. A PA is basically the entry-level job on a film set. So it's a kind of a catch-all term. A PA could do something like, I have been a PA multiple times. What does that mean? A, it means I'm getting paid the least. But also it means that like they're going to ask me to do things, and I'm going to do things because with the intent of hoping to get someone seeing that, hey, this PA knows what they're doing and will have the opportunity to do other things. On a film set, a PA could, I have literally stood and guarded equipment while the crew went and took lunch break. PA, your job is to stand and make sure no one takes our stuff. Cool. I have carried stuff. I've gotten coffee. I've done assistance. It's really, they have basic duties. It's an entry-level position, and it's a good position. It's a learning position. If you go on a film set, you hope to be a PA, because that is a good way to learn what you need to do and to shadow people. You know, if you come to one of our films and you're not in the class, odds are, hey, you want to be a PA? What does that mean? We'll ask you when you want to do something. If not, be quiet and listen. The best advice I can tell you when you're on set is, unless you have a lead role, don't get noticed. If you're being noticed, it's probably because you're doing something wrong on set, right? The focus is the acting, is the camera people, is if you have a low job and you're being loud and noisy and interrupting the takes and everybody's looking at you, you might be as a production assistant, they might fire you, right? Like, have I been fired as a PA? No, I haven't been fired as a PA. Have I been fired? Yes. Yes, definitely. It was not my fault. Okay, who knows another role? We talked about PA. The director. Yes, what does the director do? So the director is usually the main creative force on the piece. But really on set, a director's main role is working with the actors, getting the performances. The actors are tools on the set. They're like the camera, you need the camera, you need the actors. But the director's job is to convey what emotions that the actors should give them. So basically, if you're on set, you don't talk to the director. Only the assistant director really talks to the director, because the director's focusing on getting the performances, getting that. I'll say this a lot, so everybody take note. At GAV, we do low and no budget filmmaking. What does that mean? That means that we're mostly likely not getting. How are we getting paid? We're getting paid. We're getting paid in experience and knowledge, right? Who's we? Well, I'm getting paid because I'm getting paid to be here. But all of us students, we're getting paid in knowledge and experience. And hopefully when you leave Gavlin or leave this class, you have a YouTube channel or you have a reel of stuff that you participated in that you can showcase. Hey, look, I've been on set. I will tell you right now that our students, because we're practical and we are one of the only few film classes that offer this level of entry, and you can come and touch a red camera, which is an industry standard camera on any of these sets. I have to ask for permission, but what's neat is a lot of our students then go and move to LA, and they end up working on UCLA and UFC's film students projects. And the film students at like USC and UCLA, they don't touch the camera until they're in their final semester. So our students come and like our PAs or assistants on set and end up being paid to help on other students' pieces, which is pretty cool. Real world, on the job training type of situations. So yeah, the director is the main creative force. Let's see what else. Director can be involved in all elements of production, pre-production, not necessarily the writer or the editor or anything, but there, huh? Oh, well, you're not supposed to read that. Who can tell me another role on set? Go for it. Just
I know the catering crew is very important.
catering is very important, and we call them crafty. So crafty is our catering crew. Why do you think, honestly, some would say the most important role is catering? And why do you think that is? Because you're hungry. Yeah, hangry. What I will tell you right now, this is why I say low, no budget filmmaking. At the very least, you should have budget to buy 6 Costco pizzas. Okay, so that's $60. If you're making a movie, you should get 6 Costco pizzas. Why? Because you want to feed your crew. Well, we did. We actually used pizza in a shot, but Maston was in that. But pizza is a great way to feed the crew. It's cheaper, especially. But if your crew's angry, if your actors are angry and they don't get fed, I'm going to tell you right now, film set is a long time. You're going to be on set for 4, 5, 6 hours. Depends how long you're going. 8 hours, 12 hours. We've had 14-hour shoots. It's an environment because you're not only, you might have the actor for one day, you might have the location for one day, you might be out at 5 a.m. because you want to get sunrise, or you might be out at night because you want to get sunset, the magic hour. It's a abnormal job situation, and the last thing you want to do is be upset because you're hungry or thirsty. So the producer should have a catering person. In low, no budget filmmaking, our producers, or Grant and I, we have somewhat of a budget where we'll feed you. So if you come to our sets, we always have food and drink and snacks. Dorito chips, right? Huh? 3 to 11 last semester. But wasn't there a location change in the middle, right? You were Gavlin and then went to the house though, right?
That's true. So no, yeah, never mind. It didn't start with 1. We went from like 11 to 12. We filmed straight here.
Yeah.
Branch house, and we stayed there until like 1.
So yeah, location change is gonna increase. So yeah, definitely on set, there's gonna be opportunities to eat. Anybody else want to tell a job that's on set? You said writer. Yeah, the screenwriter is going to be the person that is writing the screenplay. Now, not necessarily is going to be a person on set. Professional films, the screenwriter sometimes doesn't even make it onto set. Or like a Marvel movie or a big Hollywood movie could have 8, 9, 10 writers, right? And I'll tell you right now, the writers don't come on set because for what reason? It's because hey, I didn't write it like that, or I wanted them to say it this, they're not the creative force. The director is the creative force on set. So sometimes they don't like to have the writers on set. And some directors write their own work and have it in their own mind. But director's there to direct, the writer's there to write, and help rewrite. Guess what? Here at Gav, probably going to have the writers on set because we depend on the students to write their work, and or Grant and I will write all the screenplays. If no one wants to write anything, we'll be like, hey, here's I'm working on a piece before lunch. Yep. Or my piece, I think, is going to be the second week, which is all about person having a dream, and they drank too much before they had the dream. Let's just say that. It'll be good. The screenplay is called Yellow. Pretty good, right? I'm a genius. Okay. Anybody else know another thing on the set? Go ahead, Nathan.
The camera operator.
Camera operator, yes. So the camera operator is an interesting role because that's the person who literally is going to be operating the camera. Who can tell me a role that's related to camera operator that is sometimes confused for the camera operator? Cinematographer. And the cinematographer is in charge of composing the light and the shots. And the cinematographer, sometimes when you've got a short crew, could also be the camera operator, but not necessarily is the camera operator. So the person setting up the framing and the shots might not be the camera operator. But in these instances and with our smaller crews, we tend to have our DP, which is the director of photography, the cinematographer, or the camera operator, tend to kind of be all pulled together. Who knows a role that's like associated with the camera operator though, that Phil, I know you were it, help the camera operator achieve something. Slate, do you know what the slate person was? That's not what I was looking for, but well, let's hold on for the slate for first. So the assistant camera operator, right? Yeah, so we have assistant camera operators. There's the first and the second. The first is in charge of helping with lens swaps, battery swaps, basically whatever the camera operator needs, the assistant's there to help. The second camera, assistant camera, second DP, assistant DP is the slate, the person who's with our marker, who's going to say scene one, take two, and do the clapper. We'll talk more about that in the future. There's a focus puller. A focus puller is a person whose whole job is to move the focal ring on the camera. How easy a job is that, Phil?
It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, but I will say it was actually one of my favorite things to do on the set.
Great.
Once I got the hang of it, it got easier.
It's a learning curve for sure. Another camera related job would be a steady cam operator. That's one of those people who wear the vest and the arm. The camera goes on the arm and it's a weighted, so the camera does a floaty movement. That's another really tough learning curve. But we have a steady cam here we'll use. There's jib operators, that's kind of a crane. There's a drone pilot. Let's just talk about camera operators right now. Anybody else think of anything else? DP is the director of photography. I mentioned that. Gaffer's more part of the, let's just talk about camera department. Yeah. There's a data wrangler in charge of offloading all of the information on your cards. There's a videographer, kind of behind the scenes operator. And then there could be a photographer who's taking production stills and sometimes you need someone to take the photos of the characters to be put in the frames at the houses so it looks like their houses. All right. We said there's assistant director who works with the director and really is the boss on set. The assistant director, if you get yelled at by anybody, it's going to be the assistant director. Assistant director's job is to keep everyone on schedule and maintain, knowing what call times are, when you show up. The best and the hardest job I think is assistant director, because if you have a really good assistant director, you have a really good shoot. If you have a assistant director who's learning, might be a rough one. So that's a good one to go with. Production designer, that's who's designing the elements within it, like how you decorate, what elements, costuming, all of that is in production design. Script supervisor, scripty, that's the continuity department. That's the person who's in charge of following the script and making sure that, like, hey, in shot 1, Tim's holding his phone in his right hand, but in shot 2, the close up, now he has it in his other hand. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. When someone forgets a line, you can say like, oh, you were supposed to say this or not. Depends on the director and how precise they want the words, right? Sometimes you'll go with a performance and maybe the actor will say a different word, but oh, you missed 4 lines. Oh, and this is important. So let's go ahead and sorry, what? Yeah, exactly. Or I had one button unbuttoned in one shot. Movies are lies, because we're trying to make things look uniform, like it all happened in one place. But we could shoot all of my scenes and then shoot all of Maston's scenes, and we could shoot it 4 months apart. And if we shot it correctly, it would look like we're talking to one another, even though it's 4 months apart, and we could look completely different by then. All right, we're almost there. Lighting and grip department. Okay, we talked about the gaffer. It's the chief lighting technician. The lighting department's really important because obviously we're using lights to support everything. What you don't see here is, or what you now see here is in the TV studio. We're really fortunate that we have this really awesome lighting grid up here, and there's all these lights up top. We only have the fluorescents on right now, but we can control lighting. That's why, if you've noticed behind me, we actually have a 3-wall set, and this is a set behind me. This isn't a classroom. It's what, let's see. This was used to be, was this? No, I think this was the Santa set, right? This was supposed to be the addict or something, but we put all the props away. But the gaffers, there's a lot of electricity. Gaffers in charge of making sure the lights are all moved in the location. The best boy is a gendered term, but it's a non-gendered role. It's the lead electrician, and basically in charge of making sure with the power, it goes everywhere. It's in charge of all of the other electrical crew, assistants, the electricians, making sure everybody knows where it goes. And then electricians there to make sure that we're plugging things in and putting the power the right way. With the amount of wattage that we pull out of some of these lights to get these really bright spotlights, if we plug 2 of them into your circuit at your house, we'd either trip your circuit or blow up a circuit if it's a badly wired house. And trust me, I've done it. You learn, the electricians need to know, okay, this many voltage can only go on this many circuits. A key grip, that's the lead grip on the set. What's a grip? A grip is someone who moves stuff around the set. So you're going to move C-stands. You're going to help move the lights, everything. The key grip is the head person in charge of that. Every one of these jobs are part of unions and have a hierarchy. So solidarity and work. Just know that, like, if you are in your role, know who do you report to. A set can be a lot like a military exercise or something. There is definitely ranked roles, and if you respect the chain of command, everything's going to work out great. We talk about producer. I feel like producer. Yeah, we did talk about producer. On any of the sets here, Gab, Grant, or I are the lead producers. We're letting you use the equipment. We're having it there, but you could be the producer as well. There's different levels of producers. And the person who just pays the money would be like the executive producer, but a producer's in charge of like making sure all of the logistics are figured out. Who's in what roles, who's cast. They basically hire the main people who then hire all the roles under them, and most associated with the money. So no low budget filmmaking. Grant and I will be your producers. Make sure you have equipment, getting the equipment, because sometimes getting the equipment is the most expensive. Audio department, sound mixer, boom operator. Those are all roles. The boom operator holds the pole with the shotgun microphone. We have the booms over here. Audio mixer is going to be listening and mixing the different channels of audio. Those are fun to learn. Art department. The art director is going to like be in charge of aesthetic, what's going on, set dressing and stuff. It's the look and feel, tones and stuff. A good film, you think about all those elements, like how I want these specific things to feel. Like if it's a 1940s film, you definitely need an art director to help source pieces, art pieces, props that that would fit in those era. Prop master, speaking of props, that's the person in charge of all the props. Sometimes, hey, we have a severed head. Someone's got to be in charge of the severed head, so it shows up on where it needs to be, especially when it's like a really important prop, but also getting the props back. If you work with a prop gun, that's like a really important prop. I'm sure we've all heard about the prop gun that went off and killed the person on set on the Alec Baldwin movie. That was poor prop management. They shouldn't have been working with that type of firearm, because prop guns do fire blanks, so you can't like put it to your ear and pull the trigger or whatever, and you get damaged, right? Yeah, Brandon Lee got killed from a prop gun. Set dresser, it's the person who's going to come in and change these 3 walls and make it look like something completely different. A storyboard artist, that's someone pre-production. You can draw every single one of your frames. If you've seen a Pixar movie, they storyboard every single shot. It's a good way to convey. If you're a director, I like to draw my storyboards and then show my DP. This is kind of what I'm thinking. And I'm a horrible artist as far as drawing goes. So it doesn't matter. I can just stick figure. I drew a stick and I draw a nose, so you know which direction the face is looking. Makeup and wardrobe department, totally, like these are so important roles that like just make your amateur film look like a professional film. If you have a costume designer who's picking out the costumes, is there an aesthetic? Is there like, Breaking Bad, the characters all wear certain colors based on their character, right? Like who knows what Marie on Breaking Bad always wore what color? Purple, right? And that had to do with her characteristics. The costume designer would either build the costumes or do that. If you're writing a piece, what I recommend, if you're going to make a piece and say you're making your final here in this class, I recommend trying to make it a contemporary story. Don't try to go period unless you want to have more hurdles to jump over to, because then, okay, it's a contemporary piece and they're racing cars. Oh, cool. Do you have cars from the 1940s that we can race and use and put cameras on? No. Oh, okay, well, maybe we should scale it back a bit. Hairstylist, how your character's hair looks, special effect hair too. Am I going to wear a wig? Am I going to, have some weird dye? Or if I'm the Grinch, have a hairstylist. Makeup artist, of course, the Grinch, going to put stuff on. We do a lot of special effects, blood makeup, stab wounds, zombies, lots of horror produced here, because horror's kind of a more low budget thing. But we definitely have some cool makeup artists here who will, we had a student become the literal devil, and all red makeup and horns, and Will looked really cool there. Special effect makeup is part of the makeup. Hey, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, special effects makeups. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, and wardrobe stylist. This is 17, 18, and 43. Come sit down if you want. We're almost done. Ooh, get in the Photoshop class. We'll talk about that in a second. Okay, pyrotechnics, explosions. I don't want any of you to do explosions in my class for my class, but if you film it, you can put it in your video, but I don't want you. I am not giving anyone permission to explode anything. I will show you a video that a student blew up a car, not in my class. Actually went out of state to blow it up in Nevada. So I am not liable. Stunt coordinators, we definitely use that in special effect coordinators. If we're going to have a fight scene, you need a stunt coordinator so no one gets hurt. All of those are important. Location managers, finding locations. Okay, I want to film at a church. Location manager would help us find what church we could film at. If you write anything, just know, how am I going to film this? What I really write what you know and write what you have access to. And guess what? The easiest thing to do is write something that takes place at a college campus, because we have access to the college campus, and I can get you access to the student center, to the library, to a TV studio. What's great about GAV2 is we have the nursing program. So if you want to write someone in a doctor's office, or we've had someone giving birth, we've had electroshock therapy, we've had a whole bunch of different things that we can set dress. So, but if you're like, Tim, I want it to be a church, I'm like, well, here's your 3 walls. Go and bring in props and make this a church. But do I have access to a church? Well, technically, I have access to the outside of the church. You ever seen the church on campus? It's an old-timey church, right? It's up in the hills. We can shoot on the outside of it, but we can't go inside it because I think it's condemned. But that's one of those things is like, what people like to say is like, okay, it takes place at a bar. Cool. Do you know a bar that will let us film? And do you know that when most bars are open at night, so we have to film during the day? Those are all things to talk about. We talked about craft service and transportation driver. That's someone who's going to drive the actors or equipment from one location to another. Changing locations. We often like to just film in the TV studio because we have everything here. We can control for environments that when we go out of the TV studio, there'll be things we can't control, like sound, people, all these different elements. We tried to film before lunch and they started construction right next to where we were filming. So guess what? We couldn't use any of the audio. And that's stuff that when you go to a location, those are things to worry or take apart about. Okay, feel like I'm talked out for today. Do you want to say one more thing? I teach many other courses. If you're interested or need other courses, this is my time to pitch you on taking the other classes. I talked a lot about the filmmaking class. The filmmaking class goes well with this in that you can definitely use stuff you create in that for this class and vice versa. The filmmaking class is on Thursdays and Fridays. It is called FTVE 6, 25, and 26. It's cross-listed. So it's audio production, it is film production, and it is cinematography. And you can take any of those. It's the same course. You're just going to focus on one of those 3 elements. We lecture every Thursday from basically the same time as this class, 2:20 to about 4:30. And then on Fridays, we film every single Friday. We're going to film a new movie every single Friday, starting this Friday. So if you're interested, and if you at the very least are interested, come show up and audit the class. If you can't take it this semester because you don't have room, consider coming on set so you can see what it's like to be on the film set. I tell you, if you come in person and you can get to the film set, it's so much fun. You don't want to take anything else. At least that was my opinion. We also teach screenwriting. Screenwriting is only offered in the spring semester. It's an asynchronous class that's online. Grant and I both teach this course. It is FTVE 25. Or is it 20? My dyslexia is going crazy right now. Let's take a look. I can tell you right now. Let's click on my module. And I can tell you which course, where's the icon? Right here. Oh, it's 20, FTVE 20. That one's a fun primer if you want to learn how to write a screenplay. Screenplays are formatted differently, and we'll teach you how to, by the end of the course, you should be able to have written a short or a portion of a feature film, but know the proper formatting for all of that. And if you're a film major, it's important because it's only offered in the spring, and it can fill out your requirements for the major here. Let's see. I talked about that one. Okay. I have a late start class starting the week of February 23rd. DM 75. I'm teaching Photoshop 1. Photoshop is a useful skill, not just for filmmakers, but it's 100% you would use filmmaking, you'd use Photoshop for all the time in filmmaking, making your props, making posters. It's a useful tool. I have a lot of openings, so if you have availability and you would like to take it, it's a 12-week course that starts February 24th. We meet on Tuesdays at 2:20 till 4, one lecture a week, and then you'll do work online. Okay, I think those are all the classes I'm pitching. And then finally, the last thing I want to remind you all is this Friday, 5 p.m., SS 214 will be the 72-hour film competition viewing and award ceremony. So we'll announce the winners, and it should be great. Any questions or comments? Otherwise, I'm going to say now it's lab time, which basically means we can talk. I'm going to stop talking and listening, and feel free to come up to me. If you didn't want to ask in front of the group, feel free to come up. I'll stay on Zoom as long as you want, but this is me actually just saying released. You can feel free to leave if you want, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording right now.